So I might have to cut this out because it's such a ridiculous question to ask you, but something that my ex-husband and I used to uh, sort of go back and forth about was I was like, I expect him to open doors for people, but I guess specifically like an older woman or a woman. And I was like, if you're on a date, open the door. Duh, duh, duh. And my ex was like, well, that isn't that counter to everything you're trying to teach them about feminism. How does one talk to your boys, Joanna,
Okay.
about little
I don't
things
think
like
this is a
that?
ridiculous question at all. This is a question that I think is really important. So I did not teach my boys to open the car door for girls when they started dating. I taught them to look at situations in which they could be helpful. So it's if there is like if let's say we've got John Cena and he's like a big muscular man who can solve any problem, or The Rock, right? If he's got a 2-year-old in one arm and 3 bags of groceries in the other, please get off your ass and go help that dude, right? If he's carrying a giant toolbox, he's going to go fix things because he's a manly man and his arms are full. Go take that chainsaw off his back. I don't know. Like, be helpful to whoever. So if you're in a situation with a woman, what are the ways in which you're going to be helpful to her? You're walking down the street and there's a woman walking in front of you and you're on your own and you've got your hoodie up and it's getting dark. How are you going to be helpful to her? Well, one of the ways you can be helpful to her is make sure that she knows you're not a threat and cross and go away from the road. Put your hood down, fall behind a little bit, turn and go a different route. That's very different than how you might be helpful to a man. If we're walking into Target and I'm in front of you and I open the door and I just let it smack you on the way out, I don't care who you are. That's rude. Like, hold the flippin' door, right?
What about though in circumstances that we would refer to as, chivalry? What's your feeling on chivalry?
Well, I think what I have told my boys and what I would tell anybody is a lot of people are going to read your chivalry as a sign that you're a good person. A woman might think it's romantic, a girl might think it's romantic when you're on a date with her, and so that's okay. Be chivalrous. But the original chivalry codes weren't just about women. It was about, the knights they
Honor,
were
yeah.
men of honor. So be a
Mhm.
man of honor. And so, if you want to bring a girl flowers on a date and meet her mom and dad and shake their dad's hand and have a nice conversation in a very traditional way, that sounds wonderful. But know that that's not something that's obligated. That kindness and thoughtfulness is not only expected of you when you're interacting with women, and it's not only expected when you want something from somebody. Why were they doing it on the dates, Jordan? Why did they open the car door? It's because they wanted to make you think they were good guys so that you would think that they were attractive so that you would hook up with them, right? So, like, be
So it's
kind to
about the
people that,
intention and
yeah,
not the expected reaction. Oh,
yes,
well, honestly, thank you. That
yeah.
I
I think
truly
your
didn't
son
know how
should be
to.
nice to girls, not just girls he wants to date, not just the ladies who grade his papers at school. I think he should be nice to girls like he's nice to boys.